Welcome to the Opinion Planet podcast. Here I am, NoCam. Here, um, yeah. Here's the rest. Wait. Hold up. It's not picking you guys up for some reason. Dude, why does it keep recording? Stop recording my shit. I wish shit picked that up. Okay, so it must be properties, but that should be good. Why isn't it? This is insane. What? This is something that just happened. God damn it. What about this? You want to try? Just say anything. All right, how about now? All right. This is insane, dude. All boats have casinos.
Huh?
Oh my God!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy! Boy, you get your goddamn ugly ass on. What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
Huh?
Oh my God!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy! Boy, you get your goddamn ugly ass on. What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
Huh?
Oh my God!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy! Boy, you get your goddamn ugly ass on. What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
Huh?
Oh my God!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy! Boy, you get your goddamn ugly ass on. What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
Huh?
Oh my God!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy! Boy, you get your goddamn ugly ass on. What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
All right. Crisis averted. I think. Welcome back to the podcast. All right. No, it's not. What the hell? That's insane, dude. It was literally just working. What the fuck? All right. Now let's go straight to the source. Dude, we should have just said fuck this, I guess. This is why you guys should have been on earlier. Wait, what has? the entire Trump campaign. That doesn't even make any sense. Dude, stop with the streamer mode enabled shit. God damn. Oh my god. I'm having a temper tantrum right now. Is this it? All right. Now maybe.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Oh. Oh, you guys came through that time.
That's good.
But I can't hear you. That's the funny thing, isn't it? Isn't that ironic?
I found the video.
Okay, try maybe.
Speaking.
Oh, oh my god. Wow. We found the solution, guys. All right.
Yourself back.
I am currently. It only took me 3 billion years.
Sooner than I was expecting.
Asshole.
For sexist or ableist. Right. So they will use ableist. Yeah, just a retard.
All right, one more time. Welcome to the Opinion Planet Podcast. I'm your host. We are officially starting, finally. Goddamn.
I'm your other host, Amadeus Kiyoma, officially starting.
Goddamn.
I'm the other host, Jim Bag Bob.
Officially starting? Or are you unofficially starting?
Are you official, Jim Bag?
Captain.
All right. Welcome back, folks. It's been a while. We've been on a vacation for too long.
I mean, we,
Yeah.
we stopped by, did like a little one with a guest, and then we're back again. And we're about to take another vacation next week. I'll have to talk to you guys about that. But
Oh, fun.
yeah. But
Good.
we're here to stay today, to have a little fun and talk about uh what did you just what did you just find? He said he wanted to talk about it once we went live.
Oh, this isn't like that major, but I think it's fucking stupid. I've heard the arguments for why people like it, and I think that's stupid. So in some cities in Ohio, you need a bicycle license. City ordinance: no person who resides within the city shall ride a bicycle on any street or upon any public path set aside for the exclusive use of bicycles unless the bicycle has been licensed and the license sticker is attached to it. It's a $3 fee.
But if it's like
good
a
for the-
tricycle, it's like a little tyke,
if they're
like
on
a
the
little
sidewalk,
kid's like riding around.
if they're on the public road, if they're on the sidewalk, that has to be licensed. You must also have the serial number of your bicycle and your social security number to get a license. They're gatekeeping bicycle riding, all right?
All right, so them illegals can't get fucking bicycles in, huh?
Yeah.
That's
it's so fun.
insane.
The argument is that if it gets stolen, you have a lot easier time like getting it back to the right person because they're registered in the system.
Yeah.
I get that it's like just $3, but holy shit, that is fucking.
On top of the already probably expensive ass bike.
I mean, they're like $200 if you're buying like a semi decent one. But
Wait, so you have to like get like a little license plate, a little cute license plate for it?
you get a sticker that you put on the bike.
Still stupid.
So
They're not going to track it down. How are they going to know? Just take the little sticker off.
Yeah, that's. It's so fucking. That is stupid as hell. Big government is doing its big government things, and I don't like it. What else is new?
We have Speaking of government, I guess we got JD Vance, his couch.
Yeah, fucking his couch.
Which you brought up earlier. I guess apparently that's been debunked by the
Yeah,
conservatards.
someone started a rumor on X that there was a passage in his memoir that he stuck a latex glove in between two couch cushions and just went to town. But that has apparently since been debunked. I think it's good. All right,
Funny.
it's political shit. All right, you're gonna bring up anything, rumors spread, even if they're not true, and everyone knows it. He's there's gonna be a lot of people that associate him as, oh, he's the guy that fucked a couch.
It's finally a win for the libtards. They get. Most of the time, it's always like the conservatards that have like some sort of like upper hand on them. They're like, saying some goofy, goofy shit about, someone's got dementia or
Someone served in the military and brought guns into war. You know, it's
yeah, we could talk about that. Tim
I mean, yeah,
Walz,
yeah. Let's be
stolen
fair.
valor.
Yeah, let's be fair. We talked about the Republican vice president scandal. Everyone knows Governor Walz is now Kamala Harris's vice president pick, which is interesting. I want to talk more about like the strategy the strategy that presidents employ when choosing vice presidents and how I think this doesn't make much sense. But uh, Governor Walz is kind of getting some flack for saying that he carried weapons into war while he was stationed in Italy, and then he also got accused of, I guess, fucking abandoning his unit before they actually got deployed, which I think is a bit of a reach because I'd imagine if you're planning on like quitting, you don't do it like
Day.
that day, and they don't tell you like 3 months in advance. Well, maybe they do, but I don't imagine they tell you in a year in advance that yeah, your battalion's gonna get deployed, so you have time to like resign or
It
put in your
depends
fucking
on
retirement.
depends on the deployment, right?
I guess yeah, that's
But
where you're.
uh, yeah, I don't know if he was like pulling, you know, like he was in the rear or something, and he was doing something back home. Because what you read up on is that he was helping a unit deploy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was kind of like from what I gathered, a little bit of like a logistics personnel. What was it? Um, in the 24 years of his service, the governor carried, fired, and trained others to use weapons of war innumerable times. Um,
What was his job title though?
I'm trying to find. Okay, Vance's accusations echoes one made by two fellow high-ranking sergeants from the Minnesota Guard who publicly attacked Walls in 2018 in a paid endorsement letter. They slammed Walls for conveniently retiring a year before his battalion was deployed to Iraq. A year before? I don't think he fucking knew ahead. If it's a year out. But then in the paragraph below on the website I'm reading, npr.org, according to the Minnesota National Guard, Walls retired in May 2005, 2 months before his unit. 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery, received an order for mobilization.
Interesting. Okay, so wait, before they received the order?
Before they received the order, he was already planning on retiring. So he just happened to retire.
Wait, how long was he in?
The National Guard was like 24 years. So I think he was only in his second enlistment for it said he redeployed after 9/11. So what, like 5, 6 years?
I have no idea. It depends on the length of enlistment that he chose. This could be 6, could be 4, could be 2. I don't know.
Oh, apparently his rank is also controversy. He served as a command sergeant major, the highest enlisted rank. But
That
his
does not sound right for National Guard at all.
NPR, we'll call it that. His retirement papers put him one step lower, a master sergeant.
One
He held
step lower to Master Sergeant. So he was just was that Sergeant First Class? That's like a normal rank to retire as.
Um, I don't understand.
Thinking about,
I
okay,
don't.
so like if he, I mean, it almost sounds fake, right? Because he retired after two enlistments, you said?
Yeah, well, he was in the National Guard for
About 20
24 years, first in Nebraska, then Minnesota.
Oh, so it was 24-year
All right,
hiatus then.
he completed his 20 years required for retirement in
Yeah.
2001, but then re-enlisted after 9/11.
Okay.
His
All
only
right.
wartime deployment was to Italy in 2003, backfilling troops that were deploying to Afghanistan. So Vance and other veterans on social media took issue with Walls saying that he carried weapons in war.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
then,
bro did a reenlistment after he could have done his 20-year retirement.
yeah, because patriotism. Yeah.
I mean, good for him. I mean, that's, I don't know why he would do that, but good for him. Yeah, and then he got
You
stuck on a rear D, and then
die for the cause. That's why.
I don't know why he said, why isn't he just honest about it?
I don't know. I think he is being honest. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna give a statement because if you try and like talk about this statement, you're giving JD's Vance claim platform.
Right.
That's bad. You don't do that.
Okay,
You should
so
ignore it if it's not that serious.
yeah, all right, whatever. He just had a slight fuck up. I'm assuming that it was just a mistake that he said that, or maybe he
Yeah,
helped.
that's
Maybe
that's what they
he
kind of.
like assisted with moving vehicles that were en route to to the destination of war.
That's my assumption, but then again, you can only assume since you don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, yeah, he could have, especially if he was like sergeant first class or he was that old. He definitely wasn't like hooking shit up and
yeah.
driving shit onto trucks and stuff. He was
I
probably
mean, neither of
maybe like
them.
sorted out some logistics, if any.
Yeah,
I have no
neither of
idea.
them's combat though. Neither Vance nor Walls were in combat operations. They were just in the military, doing shit.
So what did Vance do? You said he was in the Marines. How long though?
Um, I might have been wrong about him being in the Marines. Let me check. Let me jamie this shit.
No, I saw that also. Combat
Um,
correspondent in Iraq.
a journalist. All right.
So he was a journalist in.
He served a single 4-year enlistment in the public affairs section in the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, and according to his memoir, he was lucky to escape any real fighting.
So he wasn't in any.
No, he was never in a combat area. Walls left his unit months before it received a mobilization order. The unit deployed about a year after Walls retired. So they got the order a few months before he retired and deployed a year after he retired.
How
Okay,
long did
so
he serve?
Vance,
Yeah,
4 years. You
four
introduced him as a
years.
combat correspondent, which was what his title was, but when you dig in a little deeper, he was a public affairs specialist, someone who did not see combat, which combat correspondent is kind of misleading a
So
little
he
bit.
was a pogue.
Sure, I don't know what that is.
Person other than grunt. So
Yeah,
yeah, he just did one contract, and what is he bitching to Tim Waltz about? Because Tim Waltz
because
literally
Walt
did
said
4 years on top of,
20. Yeah,
and he didn't abandon shit because his contract ended, and the army said, "Fuck you, you're gonna pull rear D while your buddies do real shit."
yeah,
And then he said, "Fuck this," and left, in which he already was okay to leave 4 years ago. So I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I,
I think it's just like the wrong path it's the wrong avenue to attack. There's so many better things. Like
Especially if you only did one contract and you're talking to someone who did like a full
almost
fucking service.
yeah, 2.5 decades of service and compare it. I don't fucking attack him
Yeah.
for his policy. Make fun of the shit that he has fucked up on for sure. Like, oh, you're weak on this.
Yeah.
You let Minneapolis burn down. Whatever the fuck.
I just read what Miyamoto weak probably a leg pogue loser
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. But no, I think
Stupid.
I kind of want to talk about vice presidents as a whole. Um, I'm of the opinion, and this is just from what I've observed and my very uninformed opinion, vice presidents don't really do shit. All right, they're not
Yeah.
fucking. They don't set policy. That's their boss. That's the president. They're just like they're the
They're
Robin
the
to Batman.
backup plan.
They're Robin to Batman. That's all they are.
They are. They have even less. They do even less than what Michelle Obama did.
Yeah, I mean, I
She took away Cheerios at school lunch.
fuck
She took
Michelle
away
Obama.
churros from school lunches.
Yeah, fuck Michelle Obama. This
Yeah.
we didn't get any healthier for it, so fuck her. But
Yeah.
no, I was gonna like I watched a video. The whole point of a VP pick is you kind of want them to balance out your ticket. So we'll circle back to 2008. Barack Obama, in the world of politics, a young African American president, possibly. How do you balance it out? One, you need someone who's older, more experienced in the game. And two, you need to appeal to the majority voting base. You need to appeal to, oh, there's at least one white guy in the House. So you go with someone who has a lot of experience and who's also, appealing to more racially focused people. So that's how you get Joe Biden. Um, with Trump and Pence, they kind of double down. Is another old white guy, but Pence also leaned a lot more towards evangelical Christian voters. He kind of had that base covered. So I guess you could say it was a religious move, I would say, secure that voter base. With Kamala Harris, again, it's person of color, woman, so you need to balance it out with white male, old white male. Um, I don't think he's a bad choice. I mean, he definitely has a list of actual good achievements under him as someone that lives in Minnesota. I mean, this isn't the greatest state on earth, but I mean, it's not really his fault that it's not. He
Yeah, it
has
is.
done general good programs. I mean, the very basic one is the free school lunches, breakfast and lunch. That's
Yeah. Never
that
had
should
to
be
worry
bare
about
minimum.
lunch money as a kid, so I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to look at other things that he's done that are just you can't argue with it. It's good. Um, I'm not fucking donating to this election. Just tell holy shit. I just want to see what good he's done.
Google Wall's achievement.
I literally typed Wall's achievements. um, can you just give me a bulletin? This is why AI is gonna change the fucking future because I don't have to click on these shitty articles.
no, but AI is just gonna be devolve into those shitty articles.
No, but it'll take the highlights of what those articles are saying and then list it out in a bulletin point, so it's just easy to rattle off
That's our
one.
that Google already did that before AI.
Google's not doing it. I have to click on these fucking articles, all right, and I can't find a good one. All right, there we fucking go. Historic investments in education. He signed a $2.3 billion education budget into law, the single largest investment in public education in state history. They also did the free breakfast and lunch, um, expanded access to mental health resources for students. I mean, yeah, I don't think throwing money at everything fixes it, but you need more than just money, but you also need money thrown at a problem. You just
Yeah.
need to have the right people in place and the right policies to perfect it. But that's good. Education's important. Um, established ironclad reproductive freedom, protection for trans individuals.
Liberal stuff. Nope.
Governor
I hate
Walz
that. I'm
also,
a conservatard. Convince me.
yeah, he banned the cruel, outdated practice of conversion therapy. and ended book bans on ideology. I mean, that's good. You shouldn't ban
We need
books.
electroshock conversion therapy. All right, I'm a conservatard. You need to convince
Okay,
me.
this one I think is fucking stupid, and
We
I have
need
a
to-
story. A coworker of mine got a ticket. Governor Walz banned the use of handheld cell phones while driving and raised the age to purchase tobacco to 21. So fuck him for raising the age
Oh,
of tobacco.
yeah, that was him.
Yeah, that's him. That's stupid. I think that's fucking whatever. Um, so just a little quick tangent. My trainer at my job, he was driving through Minnesota, and this is his version of events, and I'm kind of inclined to believe him. He was adjusting the GPS on his phone while it was still in the cradle. So he didn't have his phone in his hand. He was just like clicking a different location or whatever.
Yeah.
A state trooper saw this, followed him, pulled him over, and gave him a ticket for it.
Okay.
Since it's a commercial vehicle, it's $300. But his point was the moment your hand leaves the steering wheel, it is not hands free driving. The logical conclusion of that is if you're activating your cruise control, if you're adjusting your radio, turning on your AC, opening your fucking window, anything, even if you're taking your hand off the wheel to answer your Bluetooth receiver, that's not
Fixing your glasses.
fixing your glasses.
Yeah.
That's not hands-free driving.
That's what. Okay. Yeah, I drive one-handed all the time though.
What was that? No cam?
I drive one-handed all the time though.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It's
I think most people do.
like even if you're not fucking with other shit, you're just driving one-handed. But no, it's like the only way this makes sense is just like the officer saw that he was touching his phone and just doesn't give a shit. You're on your phone. I don't believe you that you were adjusting your GPS or clicking, yes, take me here. But yeah, I think that's
Wait,
kind
that doesn't make any sense. What if because like cars come with onboard GPS on their touchscreens? Why don't they? But it's
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's a problem because it's on a new format.
you know for a fact that an officer will do something with his laptop. He will pick up his radio while
Yep.
driving. Anything.
I feel like I said it before, but it's the officer. It's not because of the law that's in place. I feel like most officers wouldn't have done that because
Who gives a
I mean,
shit?
that's a
Yeah.
good point because you know you could either be like starkly like a cab or you could also be like individual people. But
More on
it also like really depends on the precinct, I'd say. But
it's a state trooper, so they just say fuck you.
because I mean I've passed many like sheriffs before,
while you're
and I
texting and
don't
driving,
have both hands.
On the wheel.
Yeah, and I don't get pulled over.
I think
for
the
it.
idea was that like he's texting on his phone. He explained his situation. The cop was like, "Well, I mean, I went out of my way to pull this guy over, so he's definitely using his phone. I'm right, he's wrong, no matter what he says."
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the George Floyd situation. It's like once someone points out you're wrong, you just get like an ultimate, like a bigger power trip, and you continue doing what.
You have to press the issue more.
Yeah, you just have to continue.
Double down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, my coworker plans on fighting that ticket, which is fair if you can. He was trying to say that like he didn't put his name on the citation, so that's possible, like grounds for dismissal. He has a sergeant buddy in the Eau Claire Police Department who he's talking to about this to try and see like, oh, did the officer fuck up? It's whatever. It's
It's
whatever,
weird
so
that you have to have connections to actually get out of it, but
he's he's asking
Just
because he's in the know. He's a sergeant in the police force, so
Yeah.
but state law is different.
that's
no, I
all.
think-
That's all I have to say about that situation.
Yeah,
I
think-
sent something in the Discord.
I don't give a shit. All right, Miyamoto can fucking wait. All right, you're doing
No,
the
I
Tesla,
sent something.
The Tesla. Yeah, it's
Smosh.
fucking.
It's literally just a tablet in the middle of yours. Like
Yeah.
that's just a bigger phone with more distractions on it. You have to look at. That's why physical buttons are better because you have to look at that fucking touchscreen.
Yeah, there's no tactile feeling. It's fucking. And the software shit, whatever. That's a separate issue. But Governor Walls, this is your first L.
Is that an actual L for him?
This is an actual L. All right. If you talk to dumb fucks, they're gonna say, "Oh, this is a good idea." If you're an actual human being, the handheld cell phone shit, I don't think that's changing anything. Texting while driving is always illegal. It always will be. encouraging this handheld cell phone just gives credence to state troopers who, oh, what's that? You turned off your phone? Pull over, because they're just gonna assume, unless you have a fucking dash cam angled at just the right position to capture all of this, you're fucked. Because courts side with police officers, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And then the raising the age of tobacco to 21. Go fuck yourself.
That all right? That was
You're not
stupid.
doing anything. You're not doing anything.
He was in the military, right? He knows
Yeah.
that whether in the military or not, you're consuming a fuck ton of alcohol and nicotine. But like, it's very like, it's increased a lot once you're in an environment like that because
I'm
can be
always, yeah.
shitty. So I feel like he would kind of have an idea like, regardless, people are going to do this anyway. Even if they're under the age, they're gonna do it. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It's stupid.
I mean, it's probably raising the age was probably more of like to try and help prevent younger.
I mean, I understand why he did it. It was a stupid reason, and it's not gonna work. But
no, it's not. But
what's
the idea behind it is understandable.
This is a virtue signal policy.
I get
that's what I was looking for. This is virtue
signal policy. Yeah, I could see
that's
that.
what this is. Look, I'm always going to be of the belief, since the draft is a thing, and you can be drafted if you're 18.
Yeah, aren't you automatically put on the selective service now?
Yeah, it's just
I physically signed up for that. All right,
I did too. If you're able to be drafted and you can possibly die, I think by the time you're 18, you can just you can drink.
That's a great idea. Okay, so age of alcohol and nicotine consumption for males should be 17. For females should be 21.
Okay. Molly, thought?
I mean, I don't fucking care.
Because you're bringing up, if you're able to be drafted.
Yeah.
Does that mean any male that has like medical issues where he wouldn't be drafted would also be 21?
You didn't even have to finish that. Yeah, if they have any disabilities, then they have to wait till they're 21.
I was going to say that brings up a good point. What if you're genetically predispositioned toward having lung cancer, so the state just bans you from ever smoking cigarette?
You know what? Fuck this. All right, you just get a pass if you join the military. You get like a little. Just use your identification. You just get a pass.
Yeah. One other quick tangent I want to go before reading off his next list of accomplishments. In bigger cities, so for example, Minneapolis, Twin Cities area, there are a lot of gas stations that are no longer allowed to sell menthol cigarettes because menthol is smoother and it's easier for kids to hit, which is the dumbest fucking
That doesn't make any sense. I hate the taste of menthol.
Fuck you. All right. Actually, there was an interesting...
At least for Zins. Everything else, it's not bad.
Fair. There's an interesting study I saw that I kind of want to read more into, that black people prefer menthols more than non-menthols. White people prefer non-menthol over menthols. I want to read more into that at some point.
Who said that?
It was a TikTok clip. It was a study. You know what? I'll pull up the study.
I'm asking on a total sort. Dude, literally the black person said fuck menthols.
All right, you're not a true black person. So this is pbs.org. So this is where I'm citing this from. Menthol cigarettes are a leading cause of death among black Americans. 81% of black smokers use menthols, compared to 34% of white smokers. And there's a few reasons for that, says Keith Wailu. I want to look into this. All right, activists and health advocates are ramping up efforts to get the Biden administration to ban menthol cigarettes. Dude, go fuck yourself. Stupid. Because there's been 45,000 black lives lost to tobacco-related illnesses. Every single one of those people should be fully aware of the health detriments and should be made aware that this is not good. There's no benefit to it.
It already exists. If you look at any label to any tobacco product, it's already a requirement to put it on there.
There's a label. One other interesting note, anti-smoking ads have gotten worse, and I think this is because it's intentional.
Yeah.
It's because vaping lost.
Yeah. No, they I know the difference. Like I feel like we've all seen those videos of like the fucking lady with the voice box and how she talks about how it ruined her life, and it was a really dark, depressing, somber story. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this will fuck you up. But current anti-vaping ads are like colorful cartoons. They cause anxiety. They may cause stress. It's like very loose language that's also colorful. It's not overt in its messaging, which I mean, I think between the two, I would rather have tobacco companies be mandated to put out that dark, depressing advertisement, whatever, but you can still sell menthol cigarettes. That it's you need to educate people and have them be aware, which I feel like 99% of people are educated that cigarettes are bad for you. But like, let me make my own fucking choices. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
What is it? I want to see if he gives a reason. The menthol cigarette and the way in which the industry has pitched the menthol cigarette over the course of decades to the black community has resulted in generations of smokers. So
Do you think that's like a cultural thing, or you think it's,
I think that might be.
or do you think they advertise or make it more accessible to them in
I don't
certain,
know. Well, the tobacco
or is
companies
making it like a general statement racist in your opinion?
general statement isn't racist. Tobacco companies haven't been allowed to do traditional advertising since like the 60s or 70s. Marlboro Man, that was like the last big tobacco advertisement, and that's still around. I mean, they
Yeah.
can't put it on TVs. That whole fucking show, Mad Men, I've been wanting to watch it. Talks about advertising and how a good way to sell people on really shitty products is it's a way of life. The Marlboro Man, he's a fucking cowboy, right? He's masculine. He does all this cool shit, and he also smokes cigarettes. The funny thing about him is that he was created to sell cigarettes with filters, because at the time, cigarettes with filters were viewed as feminine cigarettes. So a
Oh
traditional
yeah.
man couldn't or would be seen as kind of, oh, you're one of those people, you're a little bitch, you
You have
smoke a
a
cigarette.
filter, bro.
Yeah, but then the Marlboro Man comes around. You have this fucking jacked cowboy riding a fucking horse, looking at a sunset in Wyoming, and he's smoking a cigarette with a filter. And it gives you the idea, I'm him. I can be him.
Yeah, I'm literally him. Yeah. Uh, yeah, which is kind of funny because I guess it was very feminine to consume asbestos because a lot of those filters to begin with were asbestos.
Yeah. That's what vape companies are missing. Between the two, if we're going to establish like gender ties to these, cigarette smoking is masculine, vapes are feminine.
I
Vapes need
would
to
say
have
that. Yeah.
vapes need to have their Marlboro Man. It's not going to happen, but
It can happen.
no, too many countries are
I don't. So how
even
can we have like ads on like extremely sugary cereals and like
yeah,
legitimate like products that can give you like heart attacks upon like consumption of the whole box, but like
alcohol
tobacco's
companies,
where it crosses the line.
they can do that lifestyle advertising. You have a
But yeah,
fucking
the alcohol companies as well.
yeah,
Just
they can
drink
show a
responsibly.
yeah. Why can't we
Mm.
just smoke responsibly?
Yes.
It's double standard. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that could be a fun deep dive. I'm sure there's already too many people on YouTube that have done like why there's such a cultural pushback against cigarettes of all things. Like I think it was just it's easy. Like it's even easier than drinking because there's no. I mean, there is a taste. It's still like smoke going into your lungs. It's not a great feeling when you first start. It's harsh, but
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the hill. I don't know why tobacco has been the one. I mean, it's almost all drugs, aside from alcohol, that we pin up against a wall and beat the fuck out of culturally and federally. I think, I don't know. It's weird. I wonder how
Like
much of
this
it is.
could, yeah, what I'm drinking right now could definitely destroy my liver. Well,
Yeah, it definitely will if you abuse it. Don't stop. Don't regulate.
which I
Like
mean,
you
I
know
do it
the
like once a week, so I mean, I gotta be fine, right?
yeah, you know the risks. So if you just know the risks, the shit that like it's more appealing to kids. If that's the case, which I also think is stupid, you should go after flavored vape companies, ones that have fucking Pac-Man that you can play on their vape. I've played Pac-Man on a vape. I've played fucking a Galaga ripoff on a vape.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Those don't need like any oversight really, but we can still sell them.
Yeah.
Like disposables are, I feel like so much fucking worse. There's no oversight. That's why I think like companies like Juul, American vape manufacturers, yeah, you can have them like go through regulations to make sure they're not selling pure poison. Like okay, pure poison other than the tobacco and nicotine aspect to it. But you don't need a ban that like if you're gonna have people do unsafe shit or unhealthy shit, you don't let it run rampant. You put some oversight on it, make some regulations about it, get some guidelines going, give like the best jumping off point for unhealthy shit. But then you just let people do what they want to do. So I'm fucking yeah. All that's to
I mean,
say,
yeah, you could go on the argument like, if we're gonna allow it for tobacco companies, then it's gonna be the same for drugs, and then it's gonna be like, all right, that's fine. You know, people can consume what they want as long as they're safe about it, right? And then you got the same argument with prostitution, again, same thing.
that has to be a cultural thing because it's not a public. Well, I mean, maybe back in the '90s when AIDS scare was a huge thing, but if you fucked a prostitute in the '90s, you should have been aware that this person might have AIDS. I could die from this. But nowadays, I don't. I get that. All right, I don't. I do and I don't get it. It's a cultural thing. It's not a PG look. It's I don't know. I think America's very weird about sex, at least when it comes to prostitution.
Or just
It's
sex in
illegal.
general, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We like to think that we're more proper than we are.
yeah. It ties back to this country's founding notion, like evangelical Christian society. Maybe that belief has just been
You might
stuck
be
in.
onto something. I like that.
I don't know. Like I don't see an issue with like if some fucking prostitute walks up to me while I'm in the cities, I don't fucking want you. Go bother someone else. But I don't think she should be arrested for offering her services. There's people I know that have gone to other countries and they fucked prostitutes. All right, it's good for them. I'm sure it's a nice experience. Probably not, but
Maybe
you
had some good sex.
yeah, we'll have to ask that one person we know.
Wait, what?
There's a friend of mine. He went to a different country and he paid someone for sex,
That's
which I
insane. If you do that, that's stupid. It's desperation.
I think it
You need
is.
help.
I mean, like, I think it is a little bit of desperation, but I can kind of understand it if you're, you know, a single person. You can't really get a girlfriend, so you just fuck it. Let me pay for someone. But no, I don't think it should be illegal at all for the prostitute. I mean, strip clubs are allowed. I can show you my tits. You can look, but you can't touch. Why is the touching illegal? I mean, in strip clubs, I get why. I'm fine with that. But like prostitutes, why is the touching the bad part? What does that say? Why is that such a bad thing? What genuine crime is being committed? Um, how
Like, what are you
much?
talking
All right,
about?
stop
Like, what if
fucking
what
blowing
if
up.
you have sex with someone and then you just cash at them for like dinner that you had earlier? Like, oh
That's
yeah, I
a way to
forgot to
do it.
pay
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You pay for sex through. Yeah, I'll take you to Outback Steakhouse if you blow me.
I mean, but that's
It's not
very
prostitution.
traditional in American values, right? Because the man
It is.
pays
That's
for dinner.
basically a one night stand. That's basically a first date.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? I mean, wouldn't your experience, that could I wouldn't really say that counts as prostitution, but
It
like
wouldn't because it was free.
strip away the fact that like you guys met on a dating app and that this is under this is a so-called date. Let's look at brass tacks. What are the actions that happened?
I didn't
You
pay
guys
for
have
anything. I was gonna
all
pay
right.
for her coffee, and then
Someone paid. Someone
she
paid
paid
for
for her own
coffee.
coffee.
Someone paid, and then later there was sex happening. All right, those are the brass tacks. Those are the two main facts.
I
Someone
mean, I
paid for something.
guess I don't think I like relate to the
You
story
got
at all because I'm not a part
you
of
got
that. But
prostituted. All right, you got prostituted. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. It's why would you pay for it if you can just get it for free off of a dating app?
Tell that to people that
I mean,
subscribe to.
people like are ugly or like and or have zero riz. Is what you women would say.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Women.
me. Yeah, no, there's people that genuinely like if they tried to get a date, it just wouldn't happen.
That's fair.
There's too many
Yeah,
things.
so
Like
they just get desperate, and then they get all some
that's
sort of like sexual addictions, and then eventually they go
yeah,
into like a spiral of, all right, I need to fuck like right now, and then they're
yeah,
gonna fuck someone, and then they're gonna realize that their uh fetishes or fantasies don't really translate into real life, and then once that
yeah,
happens, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, and
yeah.
then they're just gonna be a sex addict.
This kind of reminds me. So I've been branching out and listening to other podcasts. There's this guy, Lex Friedman. He has a lot of interesting guests on his show. I think it's better than Joe Rogan in most cases. But one of the people he had on was a top OnlyFans model. I think her name was Ayla. She also does a lot of Twitter polls, just like trying to be scientific and asking questions. When she was talking about her OnlyFans experiences, like she would charge people, I think, like $1,900 for the first hour, and then every hour after that, it would be like $1,500 or some shit. And sex was on the table. If they wanted it, then they'd go to a hotel and whatnot. But the reason why I bring it up, she mentioned that the majority of people that do this, they're not some fucking rich, powerful guy who's, going to the strip club in his Jaguar and smoking fucking cigars in the strip club. It's a lonely person. It's someone that can't talk to girls in real life, not very successful. They don't have power, so uh, they're cheating the Riz by just paying for it because they have money because they have a job.
Yeah, so I mean,
The type, the
literally
type of
the
people.
opposite of me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Back to walls though. Expanding workers' rights. They have established paid leave, ensured paid sick days, banned non-compete agreements, and increased protections for workers in Amazon warehouses, construction sites, hospitals, nursing homes, and public schools. That's good. I know even my job, I have like I'm required to have paid sick days, at least a couple. So I that's good.
Right.
I have no complaints. He signed into law the largest infrastructure bill in Minnesota's history to rebuild roads, bridges, repair fire stations, water treatment plants, upgrade veterans' homes. I mean, yeah, I hate construction. It is so fucking annoying because it takes too long. It just takes forever.
Why? What
Because
if
it takes.
you were the one doing construction?
Then I'm sure I'd be fucking happy with it. I'm getting paid good money to do this shit. I don't give a fuck. But
You did once, but you weren't happy.
yeah, because that construction sucked.
It wasn't bad. But
It
that was
felt
only because I was under the mindset that I was doing it for only 3 months. So I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah. But no, I have to drive through the cities constantly. I've been driving to like Eau Claire, Wisconsin for the past 2 weeks now. This traffic in the cities is fucking horrendous. It's already bad even if all the roads are open, but all the lane shutdowns for no reason, everything being under construction, it bottlenecks traffic so fucking bad. I
yeah. If there's
if there
space to be filled, humans will fill it.
yeah, if there's genuine need for repairs to be done, I mean, you just have to bite the bullet and do it. But I have noticed, at least with I can speak anecdotally, the roads under construction in the place that I live, there was only one that actually needed construction work done to it. The two others, there is no fucking issue. Those roads had no bumps, no major bumps. They almost felt like brand new fucking highways. But no, they're closed for shit. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah, for work, I have to 2 days a week take this stupid ass detour, but because I have to bring bank stuff over because we don't bank in the same town that the building I work at is in. So I have to take this stupid ass detour because they have to make sidewalks along the fucking roads now, I guess. Dumb.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I mean, first off, I'd like to mention I haven't noticed, but you do have a pretty heavy Minnesota accent. I think it's just because I've known you, but I haven't noticed it. But aside the
Me?
point, I mean, yeah. You,
wait. Do I not have a Minnesotan accent?
I have
I mean,
been
you
told
kind of you
so
have one, just
much.
it's slightly less than her. But
I don't have an accent, but okay. Thank you.
yeah.
I get told this so fucking much.
That's I just compared it to one of my coworkers who's from Minnesota, and he's like starkly from that. Like he knows
Oh,
terms
it's
that
a
I don't even
holiday.
know.
It's a
But anyway,
holiday.
I mean it's the summer, right? I mean they're not gonna
Yeah,
do construction like that during the winter. And it's
yeah.
not like, it's in the southern states where they could probably do construction year round.
And they
So
just don't.
yeah, and they just don't, regardless. But
Yeah. I mean, they don't have as much seasonal effect like winter. Like, it has to be the case that like winter, harsh weather that we get up north will fuck the roads more than just like
Yeah.
perfect, coastal weather.
yeah, it's not like
You
you
know,
can dry
snow
concrete
plows and
in
stuff
the middle of like, you know.
damage the roads.
Yeah. No, I get that like summer is construction season, and if it genuinely needs to be done, you just have to bite the bullet. It
I
just
wouldn't be so annoyed if they use concrete to asphalt, because that's gonna happen. Like the same thing. It's like either
yeah,
this road's closed or the other road's closed. It's always asphalt. Concrete
yeah.
lasts longer, but
It's just cheaper, and it
everyone's
fucking
short-term mindset. All right.
yeah. So I mean, I think it's good. Infrastructure is important. There's still a lot of shit, but it's just annoying. But I agree with it. I think it's good. It gives people jobs, which is good.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off. As a person that drives for the majority of my fucking job, it feels like it pisses me off. Tax cuts for the working families and the middle class. I haven't received this. He has cut taxes with every one of his budgets. Governor Walz has delivered a variety of rebate checks up to $1,300 to seniors, students, workers, and middle class families. I haven't gotten shit, so um, I'm gonna say that you lied to me, Governor Walz. You haven't given me money. I still get
Wallace.
taxed. Governor Wallace, yeah. The federal government still fucks me in the ass when it comes to taxes. My last paycheck, my gross income, my gross pay was $3,600. That's fucking insane to me. That is like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking money. It was down to 2,400, which is still a lot of fucking money. That is the biggest paycheck I have ever gotten from a job. And I'm not bitch. I mean, I am bitching.
Yeah.
I'm only bitching a little bit because that's still a lot of fucking money. But 2,400 compared to 3,600, it's it's good. When I hear, I'm almost gonna start siding with billionaires. When I hear people say tax billionaires, the taxes aren't being spent on good shit. All right, it doesn't fucking matter at this point. It doesn't. It doesn't change
Yeah, it
anything.
does. Because it
It
makes
does.
the billionaires feel how we feel.
No, if you did, you take all their money. You just leave them. Yeah, you get 60 grand. The credit score is 500. You're gonna be driving a 2005 Honda Odyssey. The suspension's fucked. Um, you have to pay child support. Make it work.
Yeah.
We should do that to billionaires instead. Um, Workforce deployment. So he's just increasing jobs in manufacturing, education, public safety. Oh, actually, this one's interesting. Governor Walz and Lieutenant Governor Flanagan provided free college for students with a family income under 80 grand.
That's interesting because I didn't get that.
Would your well, there's no way there's like no strings attached, or it has to be
I
like
got
for specific.
I got good scholarships. I haven't heard anything about that.
Really, I mean, I wonder when this was signed into law because like even after you sign shit like this into place, it takes years for it to actually become running practice and
Right.
for it to be efficient. But I think free college for like at least your public universities. You can have your private ones, whatever. Make it a fucking business. Stupid, but whatever. I think that's good. I mean, I don't think you need to mandate college like you do high school, but I also think if you want the ability to go to college to learn something that you're genuinely interested in that requires more schooling, that you shouldn't be in debt for so much of your life unless you choose very specific degrees that will land you very high paying jobs, almost guaranteed. Like, I think if you want to be a fucking veterinarian, which I would love to be, maybe. I like the idea of working with animals, but there's a lot of fucking schooling with that. It's medical, all right? There's a fuck ton of shit. So that's a lot of loan debt. You shouldn't, and I don't think veterinarians get paid the fucking big bucks. They're not neurosurgeons. They're not making 100 grand a year, I feel.
I feel like the degree should be kind of akin to what you'll end up being paid in the end. Teachers, probably cost the same amount of college for them as like let's say some sort of like physicist or mechanical engineer. And they both of them probably make more depending on what they're doing or what kind of company that they signed with.
Yeah, well, wait, what do you mean by that? I'm sorry, can you just say that one more time? Exactly what you said?
So
I'm
like
not sure.
teachers are probably paying the same amount for college as like a mechanical engineer or like some sort of like
Yeah, okay.
physicist, depending on what kind of job they pick up or what kind of contract they get.
Yeah, university fees, textbook fees, it's all
Right.
equal, but the
So I
end result.
think there should be like maybe some like
College
the
should
price
be equivalent to what you would make at your job.
either equivalent or like maybe like some sort of like percentage base.
Yeah.
Like you have to you pay less for this program than you would for this program.
Because in the end you'll be making less, but yeah.
I mean, it's stupid and you have to adjust it a lot, but I mean, it's literally just a
Yeah,
stupid. It's
It would
a
make sense.
the
you have
point
to
that I made for an argument point that it's stupid that people who are literally teaching the next generation of adults get paid like fucking fast food workers, and they
I probably make yeah, I probably get paid more than I'd say at least half the people at the school we went to. I'd be comfortable saying that. Have I put in as much work? Fuck no. I'm I'm kind of fucking lazy. It's I find ways to
yeah.
cheat and scam.
Well, I
It's
mean,
good.
yeah. Well, every time you get bored of a job, you just go to another.
Fuck you, man. All right. This is how you get pay increases, all right? You don't stick with one company for 20 years anymore. It just doesn't go anywhere.
I mean, that's true, but like that's also like with different companies with the same skill. Kind of usually that's how that
Yeah.
works. Or like
Yeah. I mean,
what
my next
you're
job,
referencing.
yeah, my next job, whatever it would be, it would have to be, maybe it wouldn't have to be, but I guess it would be a better blue collar type job where I get paid more and it's more beneficial to me. I transfer over my mechanical know how and skills into something else that pays more, ideally. That's the scary part though, because like, what if I can't find a better job that pays better? I'm just stuck with this.
Well, I mean, once we talk about Mr. Beast, we'll be all over the news, and this will be a better paying job.
Yeah, yeah, true. If this takes off, then yeah, fuck everything else. Um, I hope you know for the Mr. B segment, you're gonna be leading because I don't know fucking anything about it.
I don't either, which is
Oh,
just
that's great.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
All right,
Okay.
so I
There's
mean, we
only a
got
couple.
Chris Tyson, who
All right,
is alleged. All
Ba- ba- ba.
right,
We have three more topics on Governor Walls. All right, what he's done for
all right,
Minnesota.
all right.
I feel like we've been on this topic forever.
We
Hey,
have
these
been.
have spawned good. These have spawned good conversations, right? Good tangents.
That don't even involve half of it.
It's a jumping off point. We talk about infrastructure, and we talk about this. We talk about $80,000 for college. This is how conversations work, Molly. You talk about one thing, and then you go on to tangents into other, and that's how you have good conversation.
No.
No? All right, you lead.
No.
What do you want to talk about?
No.
No? You got drunk for the first time today. What was that like?
Hell.
How was it hell?
I hated it.
Why?
It wasn't an enjoyable feeling.
What did it feel like?
I couldn't like move without falling pretty much. Everything felt like it was just kind of spinning around.
You got the spins? This is the best. Eventually they go away. Don't worry about it. Just keep drinking like I do.
No, I'm good.
It's good.
Um,
You should have embraced it more than you did.
also, like I was in a public setting. It wasn't like I was at home. I went to the garlic festival and then to the brewery. I was drunk at the garlic festival in the brewery.
That must have been fun then.
It was hell.
I would have embraced it. All right.
I forgot how to spell my name.
All right, that's bad.
She had 2 drinks.
Yeah, literally.
You literally became what's the
You're
guy's name?
Kamala Harris, wine drunk.
Uh he used to be on this podcast. Holy Turtles. You became Holy Turtles
Wait, when
for
did
the first time.
with his first time drinking?
No, just him in general. You became him.
Oh.
You brought your mental state down to his level. How does that feel?
Look, I get no.
Not good.
I can kind of understand it. Like your first couple of times drinking, if you're not super comfortable with not being sober, I can definitely understand how being in a public environment, like you have to keep your bearings with you. You can't just fucking you don't want to be the person that acts so drunk and just fucks up and causes a scene. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have the same comfort at home as you do at a public environment, so it feels we'll go with more suffocating. I get why that's not super fun. Like even at parties when I go to it, like when I start getting I like to drink and, be drunk, but it's not good to like get to the point where you're so fucked where you're losing yourself. You can't fucking converse. You're just all over the place. You don't it's not a good feeling.
That's the best kind.
Well, all right. It's
There's no bad feeling. There's no
Even
bad
before
like
I even had my first
experience of
drink,
being
it was
drunk.
crowded. I felt like I was squished before I even started drinking, and drinking just made it worse.
I get why for the first couple times delving into that being drunk rather than tipsy. It's just not as enjoyable. Maybe for you it's more of a it'd have to be something that's learned how to like enjoy it in a public setting versus it just like okay.
I think it is. Like if you're at like a concert or something, I feel like you're enjoying it more just because I feel like a big part of like getting intoxicated is just like how you set the mood before then.
Yeah.
You know, if you go into it and you're tired already and you're like already kind of bored, you're gonna get tired. But if you like you get into it, you're like at a festival or you're enjoying yourself, you're having fun, then it's gonna be upbeat.
I don't know. There was a live band, um, well, a local band playing at the brewery. The It made me hate myself even more because of how loud it was.
It just wasn't a
Like
good band.
it was.
Which
The
brewery
singing
was it?
Well, it wasn't a band that you enjoy.
I mean, they were singing covers of songs that I enjoyed.
But it's not that. All right, if you're like
But,
Which
like-
slightly
brewery
drunk,
was it?
the one in
Which
town,
one do you think?
the one in town.
All right, well that's garbage then. Obviously, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah. All right,
Over
imagine-
expensive beers. The beers are okay.
I got it.
They're actually not bad, but
Look, imagine if you're like slightly drunk at like a small venue, but Taylor Swift is playing. You're gonna be fucking into that.
or if you're literally like slightly drunk.
I feel like
If you're like completely intoxicated and you're at a Taylor Swift concert, you'll be all over that shit, dude. I would be.
I want to what do you mean you don't think you'd be into that? Like you're slightly drunk, but it's Taylor Swift playing at a very small venue. There's only like maybe 50 people, but she's doing her show. You wouldn't be into that?
I don't think so.
That's
Like, my
that's
heart was
crazy.
pounding. and I don't think even like fucking Taylor Swift or any fucking singer or band I like I don't think I would enjoy that while being drunk.
Is this
Like,
is this the first time you've been this drunk?
yeah.
All right, well then, all right. Point over. We've been an
Right.
hour in. We're gonna go to Fads. Hopefully she'll get a drunk another time and actually enjoy it. But not me. Yeah, I actually don't want to cut you short. I just
Dude, how many fucking gifts is he gonna send? Holy shit! Keep up with the fucking notifications.
we've been having fun, all right. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we have a Discord and we've been throwing random shit in there just for fun. Once again, we have topics open for discussion for the viewers, obviously. Send them! And we'll be back after the advertisement.
We have some more things to talk about.
Of course.
Oblivion Planet.
For a limited time only, this August, OPP will be hosting their very own lottery system with a big prize of 3 ICBMs of your choice. We realize that with global tensions high that some folks might think this to be a terrible idea, giving long-range intercontinental ballistic missiles to some random listener of this podcast. Our response? You're just annoyed that you didn't win the lottery. These ICBMs can have a range of up to 9,000 miles. That's crazy, huh? Just think of all the creative applications you could do with this destructive power at the tip of your fingers. Is there just some kid talking a little too much shit on whatever game you're playing? Blast him. Is Ukraine not making enough ground in the war for your liking? Blast them. Is China looking at Taiwan just a little too much lately? Show them that even a private citizen like you can be a menace to the Red Threat. Best of all, you can use your brand new ICBM to integrate yourself into the dangerous world of global politics. All the small countries will want to form a friendship with you, while all the big ones just might try and dispose of you unless you support them. Just think of all the exciting possibilities that can happen. Best of all, you can now defend your personal freedom from any sovereign nation threatening you or your loved ones. Strike fear into the hearts of your enemies with the OPP ICBM lottery raffle today. Just contact one of the hosts for how to apply for this lottery and we'll get you started. Disclaimer, for your own well-being, do not ask where we acquired these ICBMs. Do not use it against OPP or any of its in-house owned affiliates. Do not sell these rockets to countries which will be used for mass civilian casualties. OPP as a brand will not be associated with any kind of mass murder.
And now, we return to our hosts.
All right, we've returned to the podcast.
We're
That was
back.
a long break. My apologies. Um, I had to do some chores for my mom.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
we lost a viewer after I said that. They realized that I was too young.
That just reminded me of that image of like a person that's mining and then he quits,
Yeah,
but then
then
like
he
takes a
leaves.
foot away. Yeah. That's what this whole fucking podcast is. All right, it's
It's just, yeah, you're mining, you're almost there, and then it's just fucking nothing.
yeah, yeah. That's OPP right there. That's all. um, yeah. So to quickly wrap up, Governor Walls, he has a couple of W's, a couple of L's. Um,
I think more W's than L's.
more W's than L's. I don't know if you'd be able to transfer those W's into a vice president position. I think vice presidents are kind of useless. I don't see them enacting policy. That's what their boss does. But
Yeah.
He has more of a like um do not say you'll do kind of attitude, it seems. Like, so maybe that'll be good in the White House.
Well, he's like got kind of like a can-do personality, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
look, I think a great system, well, a terrible system. You have your VP be the opposite party of you. So
That would, all right, that would be interesting though.
I know people that
I don't
are
even care
against
anymore.
Trump that are Republican.
yeah,
So
you have to
that would
choose.
be a
You have,
interesting.
you have to choose your worst enemy as your running mate. That'd be, that'd
Yeah,
be
who do you
interesting.
hate who do you like the least? You know, and you got to choose them.
Yeah,
I still
mean-
like the idea of like it's multiple people as like a singular president. You know, because more people make a better decision as a group.
no.
Than a single person.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Need I say?
All right. I mean, but they're also
Um,
from like different parties that have different mindsets.
Ages.
Biden was calling for Supreme Court reforms. I want to look exactly what he was saying.
That's interesting. Did you see that clip where he was saying like, "You're stuck with me for like what 180 more days or something like that"?
Yeah. I love fringe internet conspiracy theories. I mean, you know, listen to Joe Rogan. Some of his guests, they're very in the camp that Biden might actually be dead, and he has a body.
I saw that too.
He like grew 6 inches apparently, like just this fucking year. Apparently, there's a video of like there's times where he walks like a normal person, and then there's old man walk. Um, okay, but no, just to quickly get back to it. Biden has proposed 18-year term limits for justices, replacing the current lifetime appointments. This would make the nomination process more predictable and prevent any single president from shaping the court for generations, which I'm fine. I like that idea. I think 18 years is, I don't know. I guess it's like a generation right there. So every next generation, the Supreme Court will be different. Which, you know what, that's better than lifetime appointments because you just get people like fucking Dianne Feinstein who dies in office. Last couple of years, she wasn't doing anything. Her people were speaking for her. You have people like Mitch McConnell. I mean, he announced that he was going to retire.
Right.
Yeah, there should be no lifetime anything.
Him sober is me drunk. He just sits there like, I don't even think I'm that out of it while I'm drunk. I feel like if you sat me in front of like a bunch of news reporters, I'd be able to speak at least, you know, somewhat coherently. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd say like I got like 3/4, like a quarter of a way down of some sort of fireball, 750 milliliter fireball. All right,
Nice.
and
We should
I'm
make
still
presidents-
speaking like a normal human being.
Yeah. We should make presidents get drunk in front of a live audience and they have to answer questions.
I would love that. You just see Joe just like sleeping.
Yeah, if they don't have
You
the
literally
wherewithal-
become Sleepy Joe.
if they don't have the endurance to drink and be able to answer these questions, then you're not fit for presidency. Your body's not functioning anymore.
I would. That's like the ultimate determination. Like as you're intoxicated,
Yeah, it really brings out like the worst and best of you. Can
I
you
would say it
imagine?
brings out like the most honest part of you. So I would 100% be behind that because it
I'm trying to.
brings out stuff from like your brain. You know
Yeah,
what you've been thinking in the.
You don't have a filter anymore.
I want to
Yeah, I mean,
imagine.
for most people, you don't have a filter. I feel like I still have a filter, and it's weird because like I drank a lot
Yeah. Why do you drink?
because it makes me feel good. You know, it makes me feel different. You know, and I have to do something stupid soon, and I want to drink before that.
I wonder if substances are almost kind of like a Pandora's box. I mean, in my case, it definitely was. Like, I get a taste of it, this perception altering shit. Before that experience, completely opposed. But you just get one little taste of it, and all of a sudden, holy shit, life can be like that. Life's not always this sober feeling. I can alter that,
I
and
would say
it's
so. I mean,
never
it's
had a
made me
goal.
definitely curious about other substances.
Yeah,
So
It's the gateway drug.
alcohol is a gateway drug. Yeah, your first drug is your gateway drug, unless you're just
I mean, I guess I'm just saying because mo- most people view alcohol as like, oh, you can do it, it's fine. Versus where like some people are like, acid? Fuck that shit. That's illegal and bad.
is that what your thoughts are?
I wouldn't say exactly that.
What would you say?
YouTube.com refused to connect. You're silencing me. What is this from? What is going on? I keep saying something went wrong for my chat on YouTube.
Interesting.
And it's
Maybe it's
just
the
a
ghost.
monkey there with a hammer, and it says YouTube search.
Maybe it's the ghost of Susan destroying YouTube.
Who's Susan?
The former CEO of YouTube, she died.
Oh,
Susan Wojcicki, whatever the fuck. Yeah, she died of cancer. No, what were you gonna say, Molly?
Um, illegal, but interesting.
dude,
Giving
that's
you like
insane. How did she die yesterday? And I haven't heard about that. How is that just a topic you're just able to swipe off? That's insane. I haven't heard about that. A lot of
It's
people
just
have like talked to her and like she's been like decently coherent about like helping with YouTube's rules and shit.
not just cancer. It's just like Chadwick Boseman, you know. You just
That's
fucking.
insane.
But yeah, Molly, you were saying.
move on.
No, come on. All right. No, I want to get. I'm biased. All right. I think all substances should be legal. People can try them if they want, but you're different. So you have.
Chadwick Boseman died? No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. You guys can continue.
I should play that next time you're in a vehicle with me.
That'd be
Like the first time you
terrifying.
try LSD, I'm gonna take you for a cruise, and I'm just gonna play that really loud, and I'm gonna start freaking the fuck out.
You know how much I love that afterwards? Like that was awesome. Like I actually like got excited for the first time like forever.
If you thought you were gonna get hit with a missile.
When you just saw me looking around, eyes wide open.
Dude, I'm gonna get a fucking hidden camera set up in the Chromebook. It's gonna be-
If I was really like in that deep of a state of like confusion like that, you wouldn't even have to hide the camera. Just film me straight up.
yeah. No, you're not. It would like maybe it would get your attention if I played that sound out of nowhere, but you're. It's not a delirium. You're still sober ish. You're still conscious. You'd think it's funny, probably.
I would probably think it was funny.
I think so. But no. So one of the other interesting presidential decisions that I've heard about, presidential promise. Again, thank you, Joe Rogan guest Michael Malice, for talking about this. Um, Trump promised, which is really interesting that he promised this. Maybe it's the whole felon thing. Um, if he gets reelected, he will pardon Ross Ulbricht and I think a couple other people. Not Julian Assange, not Edward Snowden, but
Edward Snowden?
do you know who that is?
No, what
How do you
the
not?
fuck is that name?
He's from Hunger Games.
How do you not know Edward Snowden? Were your parents are political. Like they should have been talking about this. Like he's a fucking traitor. We should kill him. He was an ex NSA person.
Yeah, like the Rosenbergs, you know. Shit.
I don't know who those are. During, I think it was like 2014, 2013, he revealed that the NSA was illegally spying on a lot of U.S. citizens as well as other world leaders, just capturing their communications, and he revealed that, and that's treason. So he lives in Russia now, and yeah, pretty sure that's like they might not sentence him to death, but he would definitely go to prison for revealing.
Okay,
that.
so yeah, it was literally in We Didn't Start the Fire, the song, right? Conspiracy to commit espionage. The Rosenbergs were charged with conspiracy to commit espionage and brought to trial on March 6th, 1951. Greenglass was the chief witness for the prosecution on March 29th. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but they were found guilty, and on April 5th, the couple was sentenced to death. So they did something with the communists, and they died because of it.
Yeah, the U.S. doesn't like traitors. I mean, fucking
Who does?
Benedict Arnold. He's the first op. He's America's first op.
I mean, obviously, Opinion Planet Podcast isn't like traitors, so I mean, there's reason why Holy Turtles isn't present with us today.
Yeah, he is a traitor. But no, anyway, back to it. Ross Ulbricht. You know, I've already fucking said this. Do you guys have any thoughts on it? He ran the Silk Road Darknet Marketplace. He was the head of a drug enterprise because that's primarily what was sold on Silk Road, and he ordered the deaths of a few people. So he was sentenced to 90 years plus 2 consecutive life sentences with no possibility for parole. For
How long is a life sentence?
I think 60 years. A life sentence is a prison sentence that lasts the rest of the convicted person's life. Okay, unless they are paroled, pardoned, or their sentence is commuted to a fixed term. So a life sentence is life.
So how do you get?
Wait, okay. Let me. Maybe I've
It depends. I feel like I thought it was dependent on the state.
Possible, because how would you get 2 life sentences plus more if a regular life sentence is until you die?
I thought a life sentence was like 40 years or something.
I did too,
That's
but
what I thought. But
Gemini just told me that it was it's the person to life. Let me see. Oh, they tried to appeal in 2017. He appealed to the Supreme Court. Interesting. The court declined. Fuck you, trash Supreme Court.
Oh
He's
my
got
god!
570,000 signatures to free. Wait.
According to study.com, 25 years. The life sentences consecutively would have a minimum amount of time served for each life sentence. Basic life conviction in the United States carries a minimum of 25 years before parole eligibility.
Interesting.
3 life sentences would mean the person wouldn't be eligible for release till 75 years after pass or
Yeah,
have
okay.
passed. So I mean, all right. So again, this is by study.com, but at the same time, I mean, does it mean that it's the full, like, your whole life?
I think.
Except like
Okay.
25 years later, you get parole or something.
I think that some cases, Ulbricht was sentenced to 2 life imprisonment terms plus 40 years. So he'd have to live twice plus an additional 40 years. I don't get it's a weird way to phrase it. Just say that you're in prison for the rest of your life. But yeah, to answer your question, that's what he's got.
I definitely understand why he's in prison.
What did he do?
Silk
Again?
Um, he ran
Oh, yeah,
a
Silk Road?
darknet marketplace. Yeah.
All right, I don't give a shit. Why is he in jail?
So that's how I feel. Um,
He also
yeah,
hired hitmen
yeah.
pretty much to assassinate
For who,
people.
though?
What?
Who did he hire a hitman for?
Oh, the story of this is actually insane. So Ross
Okay.
Ulbricht got scammed out of $500,000. So it's all right. The story involves 2 people, Ross Ulbricht and one other person, who made 4 accounts. The first account made was talking about like, hey, one of the vendors on the darknet, they stopped responding to me. They're taking my account. And then he was also threatening like, hey, I need this shit resolved, otherwise I'm gonna go public to the feds. There was another account claiming to be the original vendor who was saying, I have no fucking idea who this guy is. And then, so basically, Ross was getting threatened with, I'm going to take information to the feds by this other account. And then this other person kind of started pushing him in the direction, yeah, we should just kill this fucking whistleblower. So then, yeah, I know a guy. Let me get you in contact with him. So then, on another fake account, he was talking to a supposed hitman, and so Ross Ulbricht paid him like $500,000 to kill the potential whistleblower. So the guy faked this person's death. He just scammed him for like $500,000. But in Ross's mind, he thought he was ordering the death of someone. But here's the interesting part: he wasn't charged with the whatever legal phrase it is when like you hire someone to kill someone. He wasn't charged with that. It was just taken into consideration for his sentence.
Okay.
It's weird. But yeah, so basically, if you want to be like real mean to him, he ran a drug enterprise and he ordered the death of someone.
Yeah.
He didn't kill anyone. He just thought he killed someone, which shows intent, which,
Wait, who
convicted
is? All
murder.
right, I'm sorry. Who is the person again? Was it someone who?
This person was just scamming him. Like they made a whistleblower account, um, and then they also made another like friend account.
Wait. Was this the video you had me watch?
Yeah,
So it was a person saying they got scammed by a dealer on the site that supplied him. That was the whistleblower.
yeah.
And then that person
Made
made
um,
another account being like, hey, it's the real
it's the real me.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he got big time scammed, but
That is a lot more effort than fucking.
I mean, hey, if you could,
Yeah.
he got the scam, he got the money, he got paid $500,000 for it, so it worked. But
Crazy.
no, I think a fair prison sentence would have been like 40 years. The guy was like in his late 20s, I think.
Yeah.
Like even convicted murderers that like have intent. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's different for judges, but um, even they sometimes only get like 40 years. Um, death.
Whatever. I mean, I think it's stupid that he was. I thought it was gonna be someone who like maliciously went against him, but I mean, it's just someone who just speak ill of his website, and then was like, nope, doesn't. I don't meet that.
Well, no, he was gonna expose or talk about like this drug dealing shit to the feds. That's why he wanted to silence him.
Threatening to expose, so he would go to jail.
Yeah, I'll send you a great video on this if you ever make time to watch it. But
Fuck it.
No, just
Yeah.
like the
Maybe I'll
average.
understand more, but
Yeah, I feel like I'm explaining it like shit. But the average time that a person convicted of murder does in the United States is 15 years. That's the
yep.
average time. 15.
But
Granted,
it's
that's the
funny
average.
because like people who like murder more get like less sentence, like less of a sentence than people who kill like individual people, because it's not like it's like that trolley question. You know, you learn more about this one person's life, you get more attached to them,
Yeah.
and then if it's if it's more people, then it's just I guess it's just a statistic at that point. I feel like that's such a generic point, but at the same time, you look in the South, you see more like the death sentence states. It's more people who are like getting you killing people individually or maybe like one or two people.
Serial killers, yeah, like you're
Yeah.
doing it for sport. This was fun for you. You're truly despicable.
Yeah, I mean,
Or terrorists, like the Boston bomber. Yeah, he got shipped straight to Guantanamo. No fucking trial for him.
he didn't even get. Did he even get the death sentence?
No, I'm pretty sure he's still in Guantanamo.
I mean, all right. So I guess there's like getting killed or like going to Guantanamo, right? I feel like I'd rather get killed personally, but
Yeah, so just don't be a terrorist. So,
yeah, it's just too easy, right? Just don't be a terrorist.
he is currently. Oh shit, never mind. He's currently being held in a supermax prison in Florence, Colorado. I think also El Chapo is held in that same prison. Okay, so I swear he was in Guantanamo for some time, but yeah, Florence AdMax, maximum security prison in Colorado.
Right.
But he was also sentenced to death. His death sentence was vacated on appeal in July 2020. Interesting. I'm gonna, we can actually talk about this because Molly, your favorite artist, just had something. I remember, like early 2010s, there was a lot more terrorist attacks going on. I mean,
Why?
it's just bias for me, but I just don't see them happening as often.
Do you think it's news sources, or do you think it's like generally not happening anymore, or as much?
I don't think they're as successful anymore. I mean, people are, for the most part, they wisen up to this shit. Um, I don't know. I mean, granted, like I only think of like the big events. Like I know there was obviously 9/11 that happened over fucking 20 years ago,
Right.
but like American terror attacks. I know there was the Oklahoma City bombing. That was the 90s. Um, I think it'd be technical terrorist attack, but the Las Vegas shooting, which is another interesting fucking story. It's fucking there's a lot of shit to unpack there,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy with that, which is fair because a lot of it is kind of fucking weird. But like the last major U.S. terrorist attack, I think it was Boston bombing.
Maybe like large. Yeah.
Um,
Um.
2019. Wait, okay, 2020 Corpus Christi incident.
Yeah,
Crashed through
because
a gate at a naval air station, opened fire, and then was shot and killed.
interesting. I think I've heard about that, but
Yeah, the 2016 Orlando night shooting. Yeah, yeah. I guess maybe it's because these groups like ISIS, they're just kind of gone.
wait, where was that?
There was the Orlando nightclub shooting. I think it was a gay nightclub.
What do they target?
Gay people, because ISIS, you can't be homosexual. I think you could also say part of it is you know, for one reason or another, during Trump's presidency, ISIS did kind of just fucking fall off.
Yeah.
Whether it's his work or various other circumstances. I'll let people that research this shit more give you an answer. But maybe these terrorist groups just aren't as like the only major player. I know I believe it's Iran. They're known to be funding major terrorist groups like Hamas,
Prove it.
Hezbollah. All right. There's not going to be direct proof, but I'm going to give you multiple fucking articles.
Yeah, I believe you, but like,
It's just proxies, funding proxy terror groups because what news sort is this? Some Arabic language I don't understand. It's the journal. Hamas to strengthen alliance with Iran under new leadership. Um, I don't want to even try to pronounce that name. Hamas's new leader in the Gaza Strip, and now its political chief, has vowed to never cut ties with Iran as he takes over from assassinated political leader Ismail Haniyeh. We will never cut our relations with Iran. Iran is one of Hamas's biggest sponsors, funding the group designated by countries including the UK. Iran also gives Hamas military training. Okay, so maybe I guess the terror group objective has changed. Maybe they're kind of realizing that terror attacks on the U.S. itself doesn't really do shit. Yeah.
it just
I mean,
makes us more
it kills
pissed off.
people. It kills people, but it doesn't.
But it just activates the hive's nest, right? It
Yeah,
just
I guess that's violence in general. Right? It never fucking solves anything. It
yeah,
just begets more. You know
in a
what? This is
very like libtard. What is it? What is it called? Hippie way. Yeah, violence doesn't solve anything, right?
yeah.
It just creates more violence.
I
Like
think
it's stupid, but like I mean, it's kind of true.
yeah, I think violence is learned. An example I was thinking to myself earlier, like you take a kid who gets beat the fuck out of by his dad, like a lot. Just
Right.
abusive households. I don't know any studies or statistics, but I'm gonna place a bet. I'd be willing to bet that the kid that gets beat the fuck out of, he's gonna be more willing to just punch his kid for just the smallest of things. So,
It can go either way, I feel like.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you get good people, I will vow to never do this, and then other people, it gets normalized. But I think humans just inherit violence because
We're
it
humans.
works.
We like to domino effect.
Yeah. Well, how do you exert your will on people that don't want to listen? You can try and come to an agreement, which may or may not work, or you can just fucking force them to. And they can't really say anything about it.
Right.
It's just how it goes. Compromise is difficult. But like, war has its own set of problems. I mean, I love a lot of videos on the invasion of Iraq, how we destabilized the Middle East. I mean, it's already a destabilized region, but the U.S. invasion, killing all the leadership, we didn't do any favors. Like you can take out dictator governments, like deposing Saddam Hussein. There's so many pictures of people like taking photos with Saddam Hussein as he's been captured. It's funny.
Oh yeah,
So,
and I think it was the Marines who like showed the South Park, either an episode or the movie to Saddam Hussein. It was like him like married to the devil. They kept playing that repeat. Can you imagine that's like the last thing you watch before you die?
yeah, it's just the West making fun of you.
Yeah.
I know there was he was tried by, I don't know if it was the Geneva Convention, but like an international war criminal court. Um, he basically went on to say that yeah, this is just George Bush trying to kill me, yada yada. Um, they showed photos like when he got captured, he was a disheveled mess. So people thought that the U.S. was violating Geneva Conventions by humiliating him by showing how fucking messy he looked.
Yeah. But that wasn't the case.
I mean, who gives a fuck? It's this is a good photo. This is a good photo. I believe this guy punched him because he was in Iran. His family was Iraqi family, and Saddam killed them. But no, yeah, this is when they found him. It's, you just get good photos like this.
That's hot.
Um, but no, yeah, you can be a good country and you can depose dictators, but you know, what the fuck are you gonna do after that? It's you're not gonna just install your own government. People don't like when you do that.
Yeah.
But if you
But you
create a power,
can under like certain government programs that you like pretend, not to affiliate yourself with. So
Yeah, I know the U.S. tried to do that in, I believe, Afghanistan. They tried to install their own government. They helped them,
yeah,
but um, the people they were just the military that they were trying to train and the leadership were way too susceptible to corruption and bribes. So as soon as the U.S. left, I believe that's when ISIS took over.
it was insane because you keep trying to train these people, and then apparently they're just pure drug addicts. It's like they don't like actually give a shit about like the country that they live in or like the history of their country. Or can you
Yeah,
imagine like living the way you did? Just like imagine like the state you live in, and all of a sudden like shit changes. People don't want you to live that way, and life changes. Once you want to be like, fuck you, I'm gonna put this in my own hands, and I want this to stay how it is. I like the place that I grew up in because I kind of like,
I like it where I grew up. Yeah,
yeah.
if Hutchin shit, if the place I lived was invaded, and I had a chance to like join the town I live in's military and retake, I don't know, it just. I mean, I'm not them though. It's
Yeah, I
a
mean, a
whole
piece
different.
of me feels like patriotic to that, and it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I
if,
mean,
if,
the
if
fact that like it was actually going on, and they're continually just keep doing drugs, not paying attention to training that they've been receiving, just not giving a fuck. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Stay there?
yeah,
Like, there's only so much we can do. They want us to stay there because we're
we'll take
obviously
care of
like
it.
a
Yeah,
very expensive and well trained military. So I mean, they're gonna want us there, but I mean, are they gonna keep? Are they gonna sustain it themselves? Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
it's like a child trying to move out from their parents' house.
Yeah,
You're gonna get,
pretty much. If you've seen any of those videos of like actual military members like complaining about them like trying to train them and then they just do drugs in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. That's what happens when your country is like has one of the best sources of opium. It's just so you know what? Maybe that does go to counter my point of I think all drugs should be legalized. Because if you give heroin and meth too much access, you're gonna get people like me that are gonna be like, I'll just try it once, and then I'm gonna get fucking addicted, and then nothing else in my life matters.
At least I guess at least you like have enough knowledge to like acknowledge it, like to understand like yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
probably
Well, that's
because
the
some
I say
people
that.
would just be like fuck that, bro.
Yeah, I've seen so many Reddit threads where people like, all right, I want to try heroin. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you guys tell me it's bad. I'm not gonna get addicted. I'm
Yeah,
not. I know
yeah,
myself.
and
And
then
then
they do.
and then they talk about how fucked up their life is. Yeah. See, the issue though, when I say that, like, I know if I probably tried like a true. That's the scary part about this is it is the best feeling in the world. Nothing else compares, and you just
Yeah,
chase that for the rest of your life.
it's weird because alcohol is like kind of the same thing. This is the only legal substance you can that really like kind of changes your life like that. I mean,
Yeah,
nicotine is kind of like, a baby kind of speed or cocaine, or it just makes you, feel a little more energized or
yeah,
depending on who you are, either more calm or more energized.
yeah. I don't know. It's. I mean, I still think shit should be decriminalized. I think it'd be safer. So like we don't have to worry about creating a fentanyl machine if like we create these drugs ourselves and they're vetted by the fucking FDA. Yes, this is safe cocaine to take. But I feel like it wouldn't be too hard. Like how there's gun gun checks. If you have like any predisposition genetically, yeah, I'm sorry, man, we just can't sell to you. It's not really
Right.
gonna stop them if they want to try because they'll just get their fucking friend to buy it for them. But
I don't know. It's obviously it's like what what drugs do you want to be legalized? And then there's the question: once you legalize those drugs, it's like, all right, what's in the news for these ones? Because these ones are fine, but those ones are different.
Yeah.
I would say you put them in different tiers, and psychedelics aren't bad as long as you don't do them in certain places or certain times. I don't know.
Um.
I
Yeah.
mean, you
Maybe
can make the argument like, yeah, we're America, land of the free, but like,
no.
how much should we make free, right? 'Cause
Can't even drink and drive.
I
Yeah.
don't want yeah, I don't want murder to be legal. I don't want drinking driving to be legal. I don't want like companies making like obviously like poisonous like meats like legal. Like if it's like undercooked and not to like a certain grade, to an FDA approved status, I don't want that to be illegal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's like kind of like a middle ground, which is kind of where we're at, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of like goes to the thought you were talking about earlier about like a very colonial and Christian
Yeah.
mindset.
That's the idea of purity. I don't know. It's bullshit. All right, people don't want to subscribe to that. I want to try whatever substance I want to try. I don't give a
Right.
fuck. I'm not trying to be pure over here. My body is not a temple. It's it's not a temple, but it's also not a ghetto. So I'm trying to keep my body like a nice middle class neighborhood. There's like that one fucking drunk neighbor, kind of pisses people off. He's probably doing some shady shit, but it's still mostly a good neighborhood. All it is to say it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's not working. What we're currently doing.
Uh, well, the name of this episode actually on YouTube is called Mr. Priest and Other Controversies. So I don't know what to say about Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've seen like thumbnails of the videos on YouTube, but I haven't
I saw a
watched them.
couple. I watched a little bit of the video without knowing. Like it just popped up in my recommended. Without knowing, I watched like the half of the video that like kind of like started up the shit, where like Mr. Beast and like his like naughty partakings, where like he's some of his game shows are fake, which is kind of normal for game shows. Some of them are just predetermined. It just happens that way.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I feel like if you like have half a brain, you kind of can realize if you're watching a YouTube video, like, yeah, some of this is fake. Like, you can definitely tell this is fake.
yeah. Does it really detract from it though? I mean, I don't know.
Right. And then at the same time, you also got like, that one person that was a pedophile or
Yeah,
was, all right, allegedly a pedophile. You got, supposedly Mr. Beast knew about it. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to accuse your, like, if you see something like kind of goofy? I mean, of course, it's apparently they're like a big follower of this. What is this, Lolicon animator or something? Like,
oh, Shadman.
even if, what's that?
Shadman.
Yeah,
Chris,
even if he knew, even if Mr. Beast knew about it, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Like, call the police?
yeah, I
Like,
don't see that.
I'm not on
Um,
Mr. Beast's side. I'm not on the other side. I just don't. I don't know what my position is on it.
yeah, I'll have to watch those videos to get a better understanding of it, but I'm probably gonna be inclined to agree with. I don't know. I shouldn't go into it with bias.
I like to remain unbiased so I can have like civil conversations.
What? You have to take a shit?
No.
um Yeah.
But yeah, it has been a fun podcast. I've enjoyed it. I guess see you again in 2 weeks because I have something going on next week that we'll talk about in 2 weeks. So
Sorry.
enjoy the podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify that doesn't exist yet because I have maxed out storage on my Mac, so I have to clear that out, move it onto my hard drive that I didn't intend to use on my Mac computer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't noticed any season 2 episodes being uploaded to
Yeah,
Spotify.
not yet. I'll get to it. I just gotta the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We will see you all at some
Well,
point.
actually, I won't see you next week, and I won't see the next week after because I'm at the beach with a buddy.
Goddamn.
Damn. Yeah, it is a while. So you have 2 weeks to work on a fad, Molly. I think
She's out at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see, guys. The beginning of next month. 31st of August. Thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys have a fucking great night.
You too.